Hey guys, how are you today? This is Jim Prizak. I'm a physical therapist here at the Pain PT, and I'm going to go over with you guys today a new research paper that just came out in the Journal of Orthopedics. Just came out in May/June issue this year, 2021. And the title of this research article is Factors Associated with Pain Intensity and Magnitude of Limitations Among People with Hip and Knee Arthritis. So we're going to look at the hip and the knee today. And these are two areas of the body that people typically associate a lot of times with joint problems, with maybe not so much TMS or not so much mind-body, but more, hey, I've got arthritis in my knee, I got arthritis in my hip, and that's got to be the main source of the problem. So I'm going to go over a study today that shows the exact opposite, that arthritis itself and the changes in the knee and the changes in the hip and the location of those changes have less to do than the psychology or the psychosocial factors. So in this particular study, they enrolled 154 people, and what they did was that they looked at different factors through questionnaires. Some of the things they looked at were physical limitations, socio-demographic variables. They looked at generalized anxiety disorder, looked at depression, looked at, again, pain catastrophizing, which we know is a big one, and they looked at kinesiophobia, which is sort of a fear of movement or fear of being injured or re-injured. It's called kinesiophobia. You may not have heard of that word before, but phobia, you guys know, is a fear. And it's sort of a fear of movement, a fear of re-injury. So they took these questionnaires and they crunched all the data, and basically what they found was this. I'm going to read through the results and the conclusions, and I'll link this article in the bottom of the video as well for you guys. So what they found was that the major contributor was catastrophic thinking. Now, we just did a video on this not long ago about how catastrophizing was linked with pain after having a knee replacement, and was also the amount of worry that people have is directly linked with the amount of physical symptoms they have. So this study, again, looking at knee and hip arthritis, found that catastrophizing and kinesiophobia were the two things that were most correlated with physical limitations and pain intensity or pain severity. So again, negative thinking about a problem, thinking something's wrong, and this fear of movement or fear of re-injury were both most associated with physical limitations and pain, not the x-ray results and not the location of the pain. The authors of the study, University of Texas, they had this conclusion. I'm going to read it from the study. The study confirms that limitations and pain from osteoarthritis of the hip and knee are more closely related to personal and psychological factors like less effective cognitive coping strategies such as catastrophic thinking and kinesiophobia in particular, than they are related to pathological and anatomical factors such as the location and the severity of arthritis. So this brand new study just came out, is giving us more evidence for you guys to show you that even with joint arthritis, catastrophic thinking and this kinesiophobia were huge factors in people's pain and also in their disability. And so we have the evidence, and this is just another study to show you that what we call TMS, tension myositis syndrome, PPD, psychophysiologic disorder, mind-body syndrome, whatever you want to call it, it's showing us and giving us real evidence that the brain and the nervous system impact our bodies, impact our pain, and impact our functional ability more than we think. And so I'm so happy to see these studies coming out because I'm hoping it's going to change the dynamic with healthcare practitioners being able to look more closely at the mind in relation to the body. All right, guys, we'll catch up with you next time. Hopefully this was helpful if you're on the fence about whether your mind has been affecting your knees or your hips. Take care. Bye-bye.